While the voting influence of Class B shareholders are expected to increase over time, it will not be large enough to have a big influence on Berkshire's affairs. With that in mind, and recognizing the great importance on having Berkshire buy back and retire Class A shares in the long run, I was just wondering if the firm has compiled a pipeline of potential future sellers from the ranks of the company's existing shareholders. Given the limited amount of liquidity for the shares, privately negotiated transactions with these sellers, like the one you negotiated in December 2012, would end up being in the best interest of both parties.
Well, again, it would depend on the price of Berkshire. So, in terms of what I give away annually, it's the last 2 years it's been about $2.8 billion per year. That can be, that's one day's trading in Apple. I mean, the amount I'm giving away is in terms of Berkshire's market cap. I mean, you're down to 0.7% of the market cap. So it's not a big market factor, and it's really wouldn't be that illiquid. So I know of a few big holders that might have 8,000 or 10,000 shares of A, but the market can handle it. Now, when we bought that block of, I think it was 12,000 shares of A, I mean, we bought it because we thought it increased the intrinsic business value of Berkshire by a significant amount, and we paid the seller what the market was at the time. And we are open to that up to 120%, and who knows if it came along at the time and it was 124% or something. It was a very large block, and the directors decided that was okay. It still was a significant discount. We might very well buy it. But in terms of the orderly flow of the market or anything like that, there will be no problems, just as there haven't been, when I've given away, I do it every July, when I've given away the last 2 years, some of the foundations may keep it for a while, but they have to spend what I give them. And they may build up a position in B for, a fairly significant dollar amount, but they're going to sell it. And it is true that for a period after I die, there'll be a lot of votes still in the estate and later in a trust. But that will get reduced over time. I see no problem with our capitalization over time. I like the idea of a fair number of votes being concentrated with people that believe in the culture strongly and would not be thinking about whether they get a 20% jump in the stock if somebody came along with some particular plan. But eventually that's going to get diminished. It continues to get diminished. I think in terms of, there's a very good market in Berkshire shares, and if we can buy them at a discount from intrinsic business value, and somebody offers them a big piece, and it may be at 100, stock may be selling at 122%, 124%. I would pick up the phone and call the directors and see if they didn't want to make a change. And we did it once before, and if it made sense, I'm sure they'd say yes, and if it didn't make sense, I'm sure they'd say no. So I don't think we have any problem in terms of blocks of stock or anything. I don't think people that own it have a problem selling it, and I don't think we have a problem in terms of evaluating the desirability of repurchasing it.